I hope I'm live. Let me see if I'm live. Yes, I'm live. Hi everyone, how are you? Good to see you. The chat yesterday was so good. How are you guys? I hope you're all doing amazing this beautiful Friday. Happy Friday everyone. Good evening, good morning, where you're watching this video. So, the reason why I wanted to do this video also really hopefully briefly is just like I want to dissect what is going on, why this is happening, what is happening, and one more time again, didn't I say it literally yesterday? I said it yesterday, and today this is exactly the proof. And if this wasn't the proof, I'm going to show to you out. I'm telling you, guys, whatever I say, the next day it's in the news. I'm telling you, and I prove it to you right now, right here. CBS Boston, after the, and we will talk about this, after the judge ordered the jury to come back in and then said, excuse me, no, you got to go back and do the deliberation. And guess what? And I'm telling you, this person, the legal person in CBS Boston, actually let it slip out of her mouth. Listen closely. Listen closely.
Okay, so Cheryl, what do we make of this? You're just not satisfied. Is this typical in a case like this for a jury to say we can't come to a decision, for the judge to say I want you to go back and work harder?
It is typical. I mean, you're looking at a case that as we've been talking about, it's very polarizing. There are people who believe that the Commonwealth is right and that she was involved in John O'Keefe's death, and then there are all of her supporters and people who believe that this is a cover-up and this is a shoddy investigation and she's not guilty. So you have both of that. You have an 8-week trial. You have over 600 exhibits. There's an awful lot of evidence to go through, and people kind of get wedged into their own views of what they think and have to continue to talk about it to see whether or not you can come to some agreement. I mean, the issue is on all of these trials is that the decision has to be unanimous.
Right.
And that is the challenge, getting 12 people to agree.
And we were discussing this morning, it's the Friday, we're approaching a holiday weekend. And we were wondering whether or not they were going to come to that verdict today. And clearly they wanted to come to the verdict of, we have no verdict, we cannot agree. We also heard from Karen Reed supporters outside of the courthouse, and they themselves were kind of saying, hey, we thought this was going to be a lot quicker, and they were kind of feeling that nervousness as well. And we saw Reed and her attorneys even kind of start to enter the courthouse in a different way. And so maybe some of that feeling was starting to creep in.
Well, I mean, I think we all know, with enough of these jury trials, that people take this very seriously. This is a big responsibility as to whether or not you can send someone to prison and find them guilty or not, and not have anybody be responsible for the death of, a Boston police officer. So there's a lot at stake here, and there's a lot to go through. There's a lot to consider, and I think they're taking their job very seriously. And it's not easy. I mean, you know how difficult it is to just get to agree with one person, never mind to get 12 people to agree with such a case like this. So I think she's right. Send them back out. Let them continue their deliberations. There's another thing that the judge can do down the line if they come back again and say we still cannot come to an agreement. She can give another instruction, which she said she was not willing to do at this point in time because it's not time to do that, where the judge kind of pushes the jury, nudges the jury to say, consider more evidence, think about things more, and try to be open-minded, and try to get people to come to a decision. So that could be coming next if they come back and say this, not able to come.
Did you catch that? Did you catch that? Go back and watch it. It's the CBS News. That lady, she slipped it out of her mouth that there is this social media, there's this one side, and there's this other side on social media, as she talked about the jury's indecisions reasoning. Did you get that? And then she realized, and then she slipped it back and backwarded. Oh, there's so many evidence and so many witnesses, and they had to take this thing so seriously. Didn't just go back and watch it. Literally, she let it slip out of her mouth that there are these big thing going on social media, and there's this side and there's this side. What has this to do? If there's any zero influence, which literally I said it yesterday, if there's zero influence, what has this even to do with the jury, right? So the reasoning as to why they didn't come to a conclusion, because there's this side and this side. What has this to do with anything? Do you see now? This is like, I'm telling you, that's why yesterday I made this video to warn everyone that this is hurting the case, right? Like actually justice, right? Whatever the case may be, whatever the result may be. And some people on some news even also say like, oh, this is good for the defendant's side, because in the jury there are people think that she's not guilty. But there are people also thinking that she is guilty. Let me tell them the reason why. This is just, these news stations are so stupid. I just can't get my head around how stupid these people are in these news channels. Guys, I'm telling you, what I said yesterday was that there is a zero chance in this day and age that these people are not getting influenced by anything. I mean, it's just not possible. And this, my friend, literally shows this, that even with all the evidence, and guess what? They watched it, we watched it simultaneously. They were in the courtroom plus, and we weren't. But we kind of were, but not really. We were just like face to face with the witnesses and all that. So we were in the courtroom too, also we are not really. And so they had more access to view everybody at the same time, but also they watched everything we watched. And tell me one person, one sane person, not understanding any evidences and lack thereof, then and still thinks that Karen Read is guilty. I mean, I'm again on neither side, but at the same time, I still believe that there's like the evidences were up beyond stupid. From the technical way, from the scientific way, like so beyond bizarre and ridiculous. It's laughable, seriously. And therefore, there is, if anyone in the jury believe that, oh my God, these are amazing witnesses with amazing proof. Either these jury people are ultra stupid, or they got influenced by the social media, or they know these Alberts and the other McCabe's and what have you, and they're Canton people, and they're just like backgrounds and bias and whatever the hell, which I don't believe this is possible, but media influence. Or they just don't like her, which is ridiculous. So what I'm saying here is, it does affect, exactly my point yesterday, it does affect the trial. It does affect the trial. And literally, this judge push towards squeeze in some decision. And I don't know, guys, but I really don't think justice, if there's like this weird hanging going on and they just cannot agree, and I don't still get it. And I think that's again my point, that these social media crap that's going on out there, which is not even understandable. What is the people's problem to make such a fuzz out of this? I mean, people should really calm the hell down and just like, this is turning into something very strange, and hasn't it just goes beyond the scope of people following the case, and and just it has really nothing to do with justice for John O'Keefe anymore. It's just some fights, and people just want to just be bound to something in life. It's just something they can hold on to, something that they can be passionate about. I don't know, maybe they need some dopamine or whatever, and so just to, or get some other things in life to just make sure they get the excitement and the jazz about something, which is like turning into something very odd. And the fights today, is it something political, and just what is the problem here? And literally, in the news anchor just now said, oh, because of the majority of the supporters are women. What? So if it's, and yes, and so why, if this is about justice for Officer O'Keefe, why is the majority of the supporters women? Because it's not about justice for Officer John O'Keefe, because it's justice for Karen Read, and this is since day one. This. I mean, whom are these people fooling, guys? Like, do they think we are dumb here? The media, the people, the influencers on YouTube, and switching around from justice for Karen Read to, justice for Karen Read, and by the way, justice for Officer O'Keefe, and the group of women voting for justice for Karen Read, because it is about justice for Karen Read. Has nothing to do with Officer John O'Keefe. If it was justice Officer O'Keefe, there wasn't a group of two. Do you get it? If this was about justice for Officer O'Keefe, there would be one group and one group only, and there wouldn't be two separate groups which are fighting for whatever the hell reason, and that automatically turn into the jury and let them believe that, wait a minute, everything was so scientific, everything was so normal, nothing was manipulated, every single evidence was perfectly presented, super scientific, made a lot of sense, and that's why she's guilty. Or I hate her so bad, and I love the Alberts, I love the McCabe's, and or I don't know, whatever the hell, she needs to go to jail because I don't like her. Like, whatever the crap is going on, we need, as the society, shut the hell up. And not just for heaven's sake, shut up and let the jury just come to a conclusion on their own. And if they keep searching on social media, which I literally said yesterday, and get influenced by it, these separate indecision shows that. It shows nothing else than they are influenced by it. 100,000,000%. There is no other explanation other than the ones I mentioned. Either you are super stupid and you just totally cannot see through any scientific explanation or lack thereof, or you don't like her, or you want her to in jail, or you get influenced by social media. There is no other explanation to that. I don't care what side you're on, and your jury, as the jury, your job is go by the evidence and the witnesses. I don't really, honestly, I do not believe a minute for this jury's competency and taking things seriously. To be very honest with you, why I said I thought about this, and the moment, you know, like 2 or 3, even 2 jury members just like, okay, I gotta go, I'm sorry, like I have other stuff to do. Like what? They just like very bizarre. Like, you know, either they just don't want, like 3 people are gone during the process. And that's not normal, and that's not, it's just not good. And so I really think that if they really got influenced by the social media and by the looks and all of the jazz that goes on in the courtroom, and get scared the heck out of themselves, or they didn't like her and want to have her in jail, whatever the hell reason, or thinking personally, oh, she is just such a whatever person, so she has to go jail, then this means you go by your emotions and not by facts, and that's not justice. The jury system should not based on somebody's feelings, but based on facts, and even more so in this case, facts are critical, because it's such a floppy case that I think it was done very well. The Commonwealth have the lack of the evidence by the Commonwealth, and the proof of the evidence by the defense. There you have it, like it or not. That's the truth, and that's justice. The truth means justice, and that's what it is. And if you can handle it, you should be excused yourself from the jury. And that's why I'm saying, and I keep saying, social media affects the jury. And I keep saying that you guys don't help it. You people do not help, and even cause harm. I literally said it yesterday. So now what? Now what? They are pushed and squeezed by the judge into a decision. And maybe they will get manipulated. Who knows? Will you take that risk? Would you take that responsibility that you just because you have your 2 minutes of or 2 hours or 4 hours long chit chat on social media while staring at the fan? You are hurting, maybe alive. Guys, I'm telling you, this is out of control, and we got to just You just step back and see whatever the hell we are doing. What are we doing here? I do not like it. And again, literally the CBS Boston news anchor, that expert lady, whatever the hell, she flipped it from her mouth accidentally. Go back, and I showed it to you. Go back and watch it. She slipped it out of her mouth. There are two sides. We are talking about the jury. Hello? There's no two sides. Like, she mentioned that, there are so many two groups, one group and one group on social media. Just say that. I just like watch it back again when I just show it to you. And she literally flipped it on her mouth, and then she backtracked it by saying, oh, there are so many witnesses, so many evidences they have to go through. Of course they do diligence. You just said it. You literally said it. They're out there, two separate groups out there. It's just, I'm telling you guys, I'm telling you. Kirsten, yay! Hi Kirsten, how are you? Happy Friday. The judge set the precedence for the jury to take off early, and with all those days off, so now that's what they get, or they quit. Yeah. Then they will say they were coerced into their decision. Exactly. I'm telling you. I'm talking about, it literally is just not good when people on social media keep manipulating also, because and so, okay, so know what? Now what? They literally going into the weekend. It's summer. They are not locked in at home. What are we? It's to the 21st century. It's 2024. They are now at home, enjoying family gatherings, enjoying the outdoors, enjoying the beach, enjoying a barbecue party, enjoying whatever the hell party, or they're sitting at home YouTubing, just watching a movie or something, and they're just running into like, or even if they just like lock their cell phones away, and no, they didn't do any research. No, they didn't any research, but it doesn't mean they overhear anything, or not overhearing anything. It's just not realistic anymore in 2024. See, the justice system with this is so outdated. It doesn't apply in the 21st century in 2024 anymore. There is zero chance in my mind that they have zero influence by social media, and therefore, literally, which channel was it today? After within all the meetings that I had, and just like was just checking. I only checked twice. I think I'm like, okay, I don't even have time. I wasn't even thinking of this, so I just looked into something. One channel to, I don't even know, I don't want to say anything wrong. Was it Law Crime Network, or was it NBC Boston? No, I'm not sure. Maybe it was Law and Crime, I'm not sure. And as you open it, in the chat literally was like bold a poll. What do you think? Guilty, not guilty, hang jury. Like, just whoa. What's this game? What's this jazz around this? These lawyers should know better. Apparently, these channels are media channels, and not run by real lawyers. Frankly, as I mentioned, other lawyers are on YouTube, influencers, sitting there from morning to the evening, open a fan, and then just copying small channels stuff and getting, I don't know, however, the tens of thousands of views. For what? For what? Actually, for what? Let me tell you something more important. Okay, Kirsten says, no, if it's Hungary, there is nowhere in Massachusetts not well aware of this. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Or just social media? Like, what are we doing, right? Nowhere for change of venue. No fair trial. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. They are now weekend. Hello? It's summer. Oh, God. See, that's what I'm saying. People are so selfish. So selfish. They don't even see what they're doing is wrong. It's so selfish. It's easy to say, I'm fighting for something, for a cause. That cause is Karen Reed, not Officer John O'Keefe, obviously. So you're fighting for your cause, but you just think of yourself because you have a 10 minutes of a chit chat on these live stream, looking at a fan and fighting with each other. And you eventually hurting the case, and then you're gonna flip out if there's injustice, or there will be justice, and then so what? This 10 minutes, few minutes of your selfish behavior may hurt some other people and will be unfair trial. It's just so nuts. Okay, let me tell you this. Again, we talked about yesterday. Oh, shoot. We talked yesterday about activism, correct? Activism. And as I said, if you really, really are truly an activist, there are so many things to be activist about in this world. Europe turned into a far-right Nazi nation, right? European nation. Do you even follow what's going on in Europe? Do you follow what's going on? Do you follow what's even happening in the United States? Did you even what happened? Just the highlights of two weird presidential candidates who don't even know what the hell they're talking about? Or are you bothered by where our taxpayers' dollars are going into? Feeding wars and stuff? Let me show you this. I don't know if you want to be activist about that. Let me show you right now. Here. I want to show you right now this news. That's from Democracy Now! Write this. Did you know? I bet you didn't know. House bars State Department, get this. House bars State Department from citing, when I read this, I just my mind popped out of my brain. So, House bars State Department from citing Gaza Ministry of Health. I read this again. House bars State Department from citing Gaza Ministry of Health. The House of Representatives voted 269 to 144 to effectively ban U.S. officials from reporting the death toll in Gaza. Palestinian American Congress member Rashida Tlaib called this measure genocide denial. U.S. lawmakers in the House of Representatives have banned the United States Department from citing death toll figures provided by the Gaza Ministry of Health, the only official entity tracking the death toll in Gaza. The agency has repeatedly found itself under attack and accused of terrorism as it is run, like all civil infrastructure in Gaza, by the occupied territories' official governing party, Hamas, which is designated a terror group in the United States. The amendment passed 269 to 144. Through it must still pass in the state. The Gaza Ministry of Health's current death toll stands at 38,000, though the agency says this is almost certainly an undercount due to its diminished capacity to recover bodies and record deaths. The World Health Organization stated last month that it has full confidence in the agency's figures. This is the U.S. Congress, House of Representatives. So, what are your thoughts? Do you understand what I'm talking about here? Like, do you know what I'm talking about? I mean, we are so out of touch. We are so out of touch of the world, with the world, and just following something. This dopamine and this adrenaline rush. We need this somehow to be bound to something, right? But does it make sense or no? In this case, not only that, the justice system is so outdated in this day and age, in the digital age, to still trying to identify justice without any digital anything is just laughable. And because of that, the media companies, the media channels have to be responsible for whatever the hell they're doing and creating these platforms and the influencers and the YouTubers to just literally, even from me, I said yesterday, I'm going to go shut up and not say what I want to say, but I will say it after the trial, because I do not want to at any shape or form, because I believe they're watching it, they're doing something going on, so I'm not going to say anything. And there you have it. Literally the next day, this happened, plus the CBC Boston expert, whatever the hell, she literally flipped it out of her mouth. And then she tried to backtrack it. I watched the beginning of this video where I show it to you. It's just nuts. Okay, oh, so many people. Hey! Troy, you're back. Hi, hi, how are you, Troy? Doctor is speaking the truth. Yay! Exactly. Exactly. Kirsten says exactly, and asking for money. Exactly. Yes. Like our taxpayers, where the money is going. Oh my God. Yes, exactly. Oh my God. Like literally, this is our Congress. This is a Congress, not. Let's talk about bias, right? Let's talk about truth. Let's talk about integrity. Let's talk about human beings. Let's talk about integrity, honesty, truth, justice. Where the hell is this going? Ben, they even vote for this. These are our representatives paid by our taxpayers' dollars. Get that? And these people who died are the majority of children and babies and women. So, pink, 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 pink. We talked about pink, right? We talked about pink and justice for Karen Reed. Pink. Why pink? Nobody knows. Maybe it's breast cancer related stuff. Who knows? Also, maybe she is a female. And literally, oh my God. Oh my God. There was, which one did I just watch? There was like, which one I just watched? Hold on. I'll tell you. Which news was that? NBC Boston. NBC Boston, literally right before I went live, I saw in NBC Boston, they took a lawyer. I don't know if she's a lawyer, but I think she's a lawyer. Lawyer, influencer, YouTuber, as an expert on the channel, and to talk about, so tell us why there's so many people outside Massachusetts are so interested in this case. And she's like, I swear to God, you need to watch this. She literally said that. So, if you think about a women defendant and also a good-looking, she said that, and also a good-looking female defendant, and also you have a deceased who was also good-looking in office on their relationship. I was like, what are you talking about? So that's the reason? In your, I don't know, I really hope you're not a lawyer. Like, I swear to God, I really hope with that brain, you are not a lawyer. And see, that's why I keep doing psychological and sociological analysis, right? So here's the thing. In psychology, the words you speak has a deep, so when we say the eyes are the mirror of your soul, right? The words you are using are a mirror of your psychology. I repeat that. The words you're using, and I will write this quote down because it's awesome, and I will put it on my community tab. The words you are using is a mirror of your psychology. And so, whatever you talk, you have to watch a person's words to understand their subconscious thoughts, and you can just easily subtract it from there. I should go to FBI. I swear to God, I can be an FBI agent. I will score like crazy. I swear to God. So you can easily, when I talk with people, naturally I capture like bzz, 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 and I like bzz, it's like a scanner for me. It's like an x-ray scanner. It's like a word subconscious psychology scanner for me. So when she said, emphasize twice, the main reason when a women defendant is good looking and the deceased is, or the person who's murdered is also good looking, like who talks like this? Who says this, right? Like who says this? Who says this? Whose nose is like a nose job and the lips are filled. Those people do that. It's just when I see this stuff, I'm like, brain. Did I put brain in here? Brain. We need more brains. We need more brains. It's just. And then she says, and also because, this case is a little bit not clear. So, oh good, you came to the point after you mentioned the good looks. Oh my God, do you guys see what I'm talking about? This is proof after proof after proof after proof. What more can I say? Everything I say, it's literally the next day in the news with some people talking about some crap. I don't know, man. It's just, but thank you, because it keeps my channel going because I can talk about this stuff and I just can, my brain popping out of my brain, coming back, popping out, coming back every time. So I don't know, it's just so nuts. Oh my God. Troy Garfield tells, hello, the Bourgeoises are hard to defeat. Bourgeoisie, oh, you always use this fancy wording. I don't know, hold on. What? Are hard to defeat. This we seem to still be colonizing, but with vacation homes. It is concerning. Yeah. Oh my God. Yes, exactly. Kirsten, what's going to become of this world? I don't know. And I ask this question all the time. All the time. Because especially again and again, there is now currently, seriously guys, as you all know, and for people you don't know me or you're new to my channel, hi, I can see the future. And in my videos I keep talking about, you need to be careful about this pseudo psychologists, social workers, what have you, because when you look at the murder trials, they're pretty much have this psychology something background. Do you know that it's actually literally again in the news that adult women who is with a psychologist's background, who faked being a teenager girl and booked herself in high school, get herself in high school, who was charged, right? Do you remember that? It's again in the news. I mean, how many more I should tell about about these psychology background people doing getting charge after charge after charge. Like, what can I say more than morning, just don't trust. And that's why on my channel I focus on empowering people, making people strong, helping them to just be open-minded, thinking critically, analyze everything they hear and see and learn, and just and research, do your own research. Don't trust anybody, don't believe in anybody. Do your own research and come to your own strength that you can protect yourself. That's it. I mean, it is so hard for, unless obviously you are not by accident, getting, hopefully never, God forbid, anything like this will happen, but beside accidentally, like, you also, there's, and I keep saying this for years, and now it's in some people talking about this, the way you walk on the streets, it affects a lot. Let me tell you this, and I know this from myself, affects a lot how strangers will bother you or not. They can sense, let me tell you, that's psychology and this hell train. People are so bothered by this train. This is just ridiculous. Anyway, so it is known for a fact that people can sense your psychology. Are you anxious? Are you happy? Or even though if you don't show it, people can sense, and that's the aura or the electricity or the electromagnetic field you have around you. It changes based on your emotions, and that's scientific truth, right? It's fact. And so you can sense, right, people's tension, people's happiness, people's joy, people's anger, people's anxiety, or angst. You just can sense it if you pay attention, of course. And even if you don't, you will feel it, because some people, when you go walk in a room, you just see, oh my God, I need to get the hell out of here because I feel negative energy. And that's, trust that. And so what I'm saying is people can sense that, and people use that because they can sense by your walk if you are distracted, if you are anxious, if you are weak. And I am like as I said, a scanner. Like, I can scan and know people's psychology by just looking at them. Looking their body shape, their body, the walk, the eyes, the looks, everything. Is just, or send me a picture, like photo, and I will tell you your life story. That's how I do it. It's just natural to me. And so what I'm saying is the way you walk and the way you stand and walk, it just makes a huge difference on protecting yourself from people doing some SHIT, okay, or bothering you or coming close to you. So it makes a huge difference, and that's why it's important, and that's why I focus also on our Sunday lives to empower people, right? For self-empowerment, self-healing, so that you can be standing strong, chin up, chest out, spine up, and show the world that was du drauf hast. That's the German word, but I don't know what's the English word of the translation of that is, like, the show what you got, right? That's me, and I hone on this, right? And that's what we want. That's what we get when we are so self-aware, so self-empowered, so healed mentally, emotionally, physically, that you are aware of yourself and your surroundings. And that's your power. And then, my friend, I am telling you, it's the protection you have around you. What these spiritual channels don't get is like this: pray for protection. That's your protection, a scientifically proven protection, tested by myself. You can do that because it's your protection. No one can come close to you and do some SHIT to you because they know, whoa, this, they even, by just looks with your aura, they will tell this person is not to be messed with. And that's, in this day and age, a great protection mechanism. And if you one of those and say, oh, I want people to come at me and just say some, then you open the doors for, in this day and age, to some strangers. You have no idea who they are. And you can be closer to people who know, who you get closer with, right? And so it's more safe for you. I'm talking about more safety. I do not whatsoever ever to encourage anyone, especially in this day and age, to date anyone online, ever. I never was a fan of that, never liked it, never validated that, and also I discouraged people from doing so. Do they listen to me? No. People do whatever the hell they want, but they don't see the danger. It's so wild to me. They do not see the danger. People show themselves not. There are not many people in this world who show who they are. Truthfully, honestly, people fake the crap out of their life. People live in fake realities. And important part is that we don't fall into that. We know better. We can be better. We need to protect ourselves. Even in martial arts, imagine, like when I was in martial arts, and I had two teachers. The second one came in and he had this unbelievable training in the Eastern. So he came for like a special few lectures and classes. We are like, oh my God, he was just like very amazing. And so, and then after every class, after the class, we had a section for self-defense. And we learned self-defense techniques. And then that teacher said, imagine the scenario when there's a scenario, and we also learn the defense when someone holds a knife and someone holds a gun, or how you do that, whatever. And so, but he said to me, to us, that when there is a scenario where someone attacks you, what do you need to do? What do you need to do? He said the first thing, and every single army person, police, whatever, always would recommend that to you. Always. What you need to do, even if you, Apollo Creek or whatever, Rocky, Bruce Lee, you need to run the opposite direction. Run. Get the hell out of there. Run the opposite direction immediately. Doesn't matter if you're Bruce Lee or Rocky Balboa, Apollo Creek, whatever. Run the other direction. That's the number one education in self-defense. And that's why I still don't understand how we ignore this number one self-defense technique in unhealthy relationships. Why are we keep stuck in unhealthy relationships, aka Karen Reeds and Officer John O'Keefe? And every pretty much unhealthy relationships. When we are in unhealthy relationships, and I keep saying this, watch on my playlist, there is a Dr. Ayguen Sahin lectures. There is a very comprehensive video I made about unhealthy relationships make you ill, and it has also an accompanying a workbook that you can get. The links are all below. Click them, the workbooks that I have. And also that video is a very comprehensive video. I also talk about stress and cancer development, the mechanism, how cancer develops together with stress, due to stress, the mechanism scientifically, and how unhealthy relationships affect your life on every level, on your health, mental health, physical health, emotional health. Check that out. And so what I'm saying is, we keep stuck in unhealthy relationships and just burning ourselves into the ground and don't want to see it. You don't want to see it. You don't want to get out of it because you apparently are blind to it. And we need to ask ourselves why. Because even as I just said, in the self-defense, number one thing is get the hell out of there. Run the opposite direction. But for whatever reason, if you just think it logically, whatever the hell reason we are staying in unhealthy relationships, just think about logically self-defense, get out, meaning unhealthy relationships, get out. And why is it so difficult? Because the emotional component is in there. And how is it in there and makes you keep stuck? Because unhealed emotions, right? Emotional health is out of whack. So we need to work on our emotional health. That's why in my Scientist Total Health Transformation Protocol, I focus on mental health, physical health, and emotional health in combination and in the cross-section of all three together, because they are linked together, and I show it scientifically and heal it also with no medication. Because guess what? We can heal without medication, and I did it, and I have a proof for it. So, and I'm helping others now. And so it is important we see all the factors, because pretty much all murder cases are based on relationship murder cases are based on money, are based on jealousy, on third parties, and obsessiveness, and power. That's what it is. Childhood abuse cases is about power. There is really no other motive than money, relationship jealousy, obsessiveness, power, then nothing else. And all of this are linked to what? Unhealthy mental health, emotional health. That's it. And that causes people to act like a maniac, which includes physical health too. So it's important to know that once we are in this death cycle, we can't just hold on to that. And we need to see in the face of what is going wrong. We need to learn to see the red flags. I keep saying in my videos with the Karen Reed, John O'Keefe, Karen Reed obsessively was holding on to John. John couldn't see the red flags of Albert and whatever the case, whatever. He was not seeing the red flags and was believing or wanting to believe that they are his friends. It's again, a man also don't see red flags of a woman, and a women don't see red flags of a man. So there's these social media, so many videos, relationship guru videos out there, mental health, whatever videos out there, talking non-stop about how women get abused and the women should see the red flags. And I am a strong advocate for more than a decade, 2 decades now, to advocate for men getting abused too, to awareness of men getting abused as well by narcissistic or abusive women. That I do a lot of videos for men and women both from both direction to see the red flags. And so why? Because I've seen this a lot for so many good men around me, people I know, my best friends, acquaintances, also like frankly in my surroundings. So many golden-hearted men, and pretty much all of them had narcissistic, even NPD, ultra toxic girlfriends, and then turning into wife, and then have children, and then this divorce, and so hard. How many best friends I've lost because of that. I warned them, and as you know, I'm a BS detector, and narcissists like immediately hate me. They immediately hate me, and they poison these men, these good-hearted men, against their friends, particularly against me, and so they rip us apart. And when you warn them, then they get turned into a completely different person, and then they stop talking to you. How many? I can write a second PhD about this. And guess what? 20 years later, 10 years later, 15 years later, I hear the news that they got divorced and the children and whatever. And I said it, and I don't, at this point, don't even give a crap about you, that you believe that person, not me, but I do care about the child or the children. This is how we turn into a horrific society, like this children. What's because of a weak man? Now a child has to suffer their entire life, and they will also be 100 million% in terrible relationships too, because they haven't seen it from their parents. and that person will turn into probably abusive, whatever, another toxic relationship because they haven't seen it in their family, and then they will have other children, they got divorced again, and then they have this other cycle, and this is how the society exponentially grows into a terribly mentally wrong, mentally ill society. Dramatically, exponentially growing murder cases. And the murder cases age dramatically dropped. How many teenagers are now murderers? Even children having guns and shooting the teacher in the chest. Whatever the hell we are talking about here. What are we still doing? Are these advocate people are advocating for that? Advocating for gun safety? I don't know them. If they do, good. If they don't, why not? So, okay, let me read the comments. Hi everyone, whoever is here. How is it going? Happy Friday. Wendy, speak the truth, doctor. Yes, yes, yes. Troy, yep, sounds like America. LOL. Yes, exactly. Wendy, yup, exactly, Wendy, yep. It means the wealthy class, the rule makers. Oh my God, exactly. Isn't that like that? Isn't it always like that? The wealthy class. Happy Friday, Kirsten. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy this week. Oh my God, I am so tired and I cannot wait to get into the weekend. Of course I have to work, but I will be working on my Etsy store to get that finished for you. And please sign up for my e-newsletter. You will get what I want to do is I want to announce on July 1st. July 1st, my store, I'm just thinking of July 4th, but okay. So I will like to announce it on July 1st so you can get on my e-newsletter an additional discount code for, because I want to do like an intro, happy not happy birthday, but like happy beginning of my Etsy channel, Etsy store, whatever. So that I want to do like a discount, the coupon for my beautiful e-newsletter subscribers. It's free, and you will get more information there because I do a lot of writing and a lot of extra stuff, because other than coming on the video and talking, and it's more focused, geared on specific information towards, with my Fearless Achiever 2.0 program, helping you to get to your next level of your life, next chapter of your life safely, securely, and the also focusing on the scientist total health transformation protocol of mental health, physical, emotional health. It's more inflammatory as well. So I'm also hoping to work on my website. Oh my God, I still couldn't finish my website. Oh my God. So I really want to finish this weekend. So I'm not sure, I'm so tired, but hopefully my computer, as you know, my computer is so bad. And so I want to just let you guys know here what I said. So I mentioned my Etsy store, yes, but I do have an online store also for 2 years now, or yeah, 1.5, almost 2 years, no, 1.5 years. And so it's the ko-fi.com/Dr. Ayguen Sahin, and that's my online store. So it has everything in there, and it has my it has sections. When you go to store, it has sections on top. So there are, you know, my ebooks, workbooks, what have you, and my art, my jewelry line, and my artwork, and a lot of my empowerment cards and everything else. They're all in there. But I want to do an extra Etsy store for people to see it, but also I will do, and I have an online store here, a merchandise store, but I want to do the merchandise more on Etsy because I want this to be more affordable, and I will have more designs. So my more designs will go into the Etsy store, and I would like people to have more access to that. And so hopefully I would like to do that. And once I have my website, there will be also blogs, and we will have also memberships available. The cohort is closed now, but we will have an opening cohort, and that's just focused. It's really focused. And again, I'm not a sitting down here, opening live, staring at the fan, and let's just have a recap of a murder trial and just like watch together. That's not my channel. I found it absolutely ridiculous and nonsensical. This is, again, my purpose of for me doing this is about educational and providing information that helps us to grow. Because the more we grow, the more we are healed, we can heal our surroundings. And the surroundings, the more we heal our surroundings, the more we heal the world, the more we can save the world, because our children will be like us, healthier. And our children can develop more healthier children. Do you see my point? Like reverse engineering, right? Like going straight up, and then the horrible society, and then we can build our people like us, healthy, happy, strong, and with brain. Right? So, oh my God. So now I talked so much. So I talked today, the whole day I had meetings. So I want to let you speak now. And I will just go a few more minutes, and then I'll call it a day because I'm so tired. And now we're going to the weekend. Oh my God. What are your thoughts from everything I said? People are just sleeping. Hi everyone, whoever is here. How are you? Good to see you. Tell me, what are your thoughts today, and how do you see things that I mentioned from your end? What are your thoughts? Troy, agree 100. Thank you. I love my group. So nice, because people like us, we can save the world. And I so appreciate that. Oh, Troy, you are the best. If Troy says, also, I love your risen pieces and bookmarks. Oh, you are making my day. Thank you. I love this. I love that you looked at your store. Impressive. Thank you. It means the world to me. Thank you so much. Did you look at my jewelry lines? My elegance line? And all of them, I made them. Is just like it's the summer and spring line and the fall and winter line and the timeless line. They're all elegance line, and their mission, my mission of my jewelry line brand is to including my inner royalty journals and everything in between is about to increase one's self-worth and self-value. That's the purpose of my jewelry as well, and that's my mission for my jewelry, to increase your self-worth and self-value. And people get so many nice reviews on how people love my jewelry. Whenever they look, they're like, oh, it makes me so feel good. I love it. I love it. I love it. So I really hope that, so guys, can you see my community tab? So over the weekend, and I will definitely invite you to come on my Sunday live, 10 a.m. Eastern. We will have, it's all about us, empowerment, and just get ready and give you the messages to be strong for the week. I do this every week, weekly, for several years now, and it's just great empowerment for us. And so there I will also announce, hopefully I will get it done by now, but if not, my e-newsletter will have the announcement with the coupon, but I will also do the announcement on my community tab. I hope that you guys can see my community tab and check that out. And I really want, like, I have so many ideas. Like, it's just building the Etsy store is so complicated, and I finally figured out a little bit how to just at least put the stuff in there. And so yeah, I hope that I can finish it. So I will continue tonight, and I have many more ideas in my mind, and I'm sure you will love it, because I can't wait. I will have that. I have so many things I want to put in there, but it's just the time, So, well, yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Cheers, doctor. Thank you, Troy. I also want to say, have a wonderful weekend, everybody. I really appreciate that you were here and coming onto my live and tell you so many nice comments, and your likes and your shares and your subscriptions. Really, it's just so great. And oh, what I mentioned here, if you don't know what this is about, like this super chat here. So this is about, because as you know, I have detailed knowledge about a lot of topics, and so if you have any specific question to me, you can put this in the super chat, and I can answer that in the lives. And so that is a great way for me to be focused and answering your questions. I don't want to do like these live Q&A, whatever, just to I can do that, and if let me know if in the comments if you want me to do that, just like a live Q&A where you ask me questions and whatever you want to learn more about, and we just do a live Q&A. Or we can integrate those. As you follow me for some time, you know that in whatever I have a conversation, and then I integrate some knowledge into that and some knowledge into that, and it makes the nice flow. So if you like that style and ask me questions during the talk, and do that, or let me know if you want me to do a separate Q&A where I just answer questions and that you want to learn more about, or have burning questions, so I can answer those questions in the super chat. So that's why I put them here. I just want you to let you know that, and if you don't know what that is, okay? So sending you so much love, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. You guys are so sweet. Thank you for all my Sprite Star members. Yay, members. And to all of you, Kirsten, Wendy, Troy, sending you so much love, guys. Have a nice weekend, okay? See you soon. Hopefully see you on Sunday.